Hello everyone, this is Reealithy. Today I'm gonna show you one of my biggest projects. I've been working on for a couple months now, and basically it's just to make your lives easy on how to make patches for BO1. So in this video I'm gonna show you everything you need to know on how to make patches. You're not gonna have to code anything. Basically everything is made for you. You're just gonna choose the options you want and basically compile the patch the way you want it, and then you can use it on any maps. I'm gonna show you guys possible errors you can get while trying to make a patch, how to fix them, how to change certain stuff, basically what patches look like. This is a quick disclaimer that patches are not allowed in world records. So basically, if you really want to play the game hardcore and try to get the highest PB you want or world records, if you use a patch, instantly becomes invalid. So it's just a heads up. All the patches are made for fun or for aesthetics, but primarily for fun. Uh, I just want to say that my patches, there's been a lot of rumors in the community lately about stealth patches. I just want to state right now that my patches are not stealth, cannot hide it in any way. Everything is visible, so even if you stream it, it's not stream proof. So basically, there's no way to cheat with my patches. But patches are not allowed. What I'm saying is, there is no way to cheat and try to make it look like it's not a patch. So basically, there's no way to cheat with it. So at least that's good. So today I'm gonna show you what primarily what effects looks like, and effects are something in the game that you can change. Primarily, they're all related towards lights. So if you want to make camos, and you make camos for your entire game, and then you realize there's some files that you cannot change, sometimes they're related to patches, especially effects. Effects are like the color of your ray gun shots, the color of semtexes, the color of crossbows, T-gun lights, everything that has to do with lights. So basically, you can make the game the way you want, make it look better, and try to make it your own. And today, that's what I'm gonna show you guys. So welcome to my patch station. Basically, there's gonna be a download link for it in the description, or from if you come from forums, the Plutonium forums. There's gonna be a download link there, and server anywhere you got it from. Basically, this is what it's gonna look like. The folder on the left, it's gonna be add-ons, the patch station, and the required files. So basically, I'm just gonna show you how to set up your Black Ops folder before you use the patch station, because you need to download some stuff that I did not include. So first off, you need Black Ops mod tools, which is this one right here. And basically, the Black Ops mod tools can be installed with Steam. Go up here to all and enable tools. Then this one is gonna pop up, and you need to install it. And you're gonna need to install a couple more stuff, especially something that is called game mod and linker mod. And basically, I'm gonna link a tutorial in the description by 5 and 5. This guy made a tutorial on how to set up your mod tools. So basically, I'm just gonna link it to him because he made a great tutorial and I don't need to remake it. Basically, just follow the tutorial and follow everything he says. You're gonna download everything you need to do, you need to have for this patch, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just download his thing. You can stop watching around 8 minutes 25 seconds because the rest of the video is for map stuff, which I'm not gonna show. So basically, just watch the video till 8:25. Follow every steps he puts, and come back after. So the first step to use in the patch station is to have download mod tools, like I just said before. and your Black Ops 1 folder is gonna look like this now. You're gonna have multiple new folders. Primarily 90% of them we're not gonna use. If you're trying to look for your Black Ops folder, there's two ways you can find it. Either you go into Steam and click on Black Ops, right click Properties, go into Installed Files, and click this one, which is Browse, which is going to open. Or if you want to look it straight from the Windows Explorer, usually it's in the folder you installed it in, the drive you installed it in, I'm sorry. And either it's going to be in Program Files 86, Steam, then Steam Apps, Common, and here. It's going to be here. I don't have it on this drive, so if you have on a secondary drive, it's going to be Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Black Ops. So this is how you find it, but it's pretty easy to get it from Steam. Right? So you're gonna have all these new folders right here. Primarily, we're gonna use mods, main, and zone, which are the three main folders for what I'm. The first step is we're gonna open two windows. This one is gonna be the patch station that you just downloaded, and this one is gonna be the Black Ops folder you just opened. Basically, put them in side-by-side windows. If you don't know how to open multiple windows at the same time, basically you have your Windows Explorer right here. Either you can middle click to open a second window, or you can right click and click on the icon. So just pin it to the left for this one. This one, pin it to the right. So the first step is going to be going into your mods folder. You should have one, but let's say you don't have one. You should have one, but let's say it didn't pop up because I don't remember if it does on its own. Just make a new folder and then call it mods. Right? Now you're going to be in your mods folder, which is going to be empty. All the mods, it should be empty for you. Go into my patch station, which is this one, not the required file or the add-ons, the patch station. You're gonna have this WinRAR archive, which either you need WinRAR or 7-zip. I'm also gonna put links in the description. But basically, it's just to open archive files. You just double click on them. There's gonna be a little notice opening up because it's a free software, but you always get ads. Just close the little window. You're gonna have all of these. And then you just make yourself a new folder. Call it, let's say, patch station, anything. Type. Inside that folder, drag all of this in here. If it does this, just right click. No more options. Fresh. Oh. So this is the first step to putting the patch station in your game. Then we're gonna have to install some files that are required for the patch to work. So they're called required files over here. These files, again, go in your Black Ops folder. This time we're gonna go in main, and basically we're just gonna put them in. You can either copy paste them. I suggest to copy paste them so you have voice. Copy paste them. They're gonna be in here, and then everything's gonna work. You shouldn't get errors. This is a quick disclaimer for the required files. Some of them are for animated weapons and custom weapons. Even if you don't use animated weapons or custom weapons in the patch we're gonna make, you need to put these files because these ones contain other files which makes the patches work. So even if you don't use the animated or the custom weapons, still put them in main. Okay, we're back. We're gonna start. I'm just gonna explain which folder does what in the patch station. So we're gonna go in mods again from the Black Ops folder. Go in mods, folder you created. I'm just gonna explain to you which files does what. Basically, we have client scripts, which makes the game work. So 90% of the time, we're not gonna change any of them. Not for the patch we're making together, but they're there so the game actually loads. All right. We have localized string, which is basically just a custom text I put in. You don't change it. It just says it's made by me. Okay, we have the maps, which are everything that is script based, which makes the each maps. So basically, all the folders are in here. You don't need to change anything for now. I'm just showing you guys that this is the maps GSC. So basically, all these files make the game works, and basically all the components work, like grenades and a couple other stuff. Everything. Basically. We have materials, which are basically kind of like camos, but more like the texture on some stuff. Usually won't have to change anything in here for now. I'm gonna show you guys how to make how to edit materials later, but for now I'm just showing you. This is like basically like textures for the game. We have the sound folder, which basically if you want to input custom sounds, are going to be in here. I'll show you guys later. We have the UI, which basically controls the UI, primarily the settings options, which you're not gonna have to change, is just for the game to work. We have the vision files, which are pretty important. Basically, they're the filters of the game, like let's say on Ascension, where you have a black and white filter with no power on. This is a filter, and every spot in the map has different filters, and in every different. So if you want to change vision files, they're all going to be in here. I'm going to show you guys how to change them later, but for now I'm just showing you that they're inside the patch, so you're going to be able to change them. You're not going to have to look for them and input them here and try to load them. They're already in here. We have the weapons files, which basically control the weapon stats, so damages, or if your weapon has an attachment, because there's in this patch you're going to be able to add suppressors and double mags and all that. So basically is via these files. I'm going to show you guys how to edit them later. Also, right now I'm just showing you this is for the weapon stats files. Xanim are basically for animation files. You're not going to have to change them, so I'm not going to talk. We have X models, which are basically the models of the files. So instead of changing the texture of some file with camos, you can change the shape of something. Let's say some gloves. If you want to have custom gloves, they're going to be in X models, or custom dogs or anything. They're going to be in. Our animated camos are also made with custom models. So this is just the X models. You're not going to have to change them for now, but showing you. X model part and X model surf are basically just something to complement X models, sub files, so you don't need to change here, so they're already done for you. We have the mod CSV, which is going to be basically what loads every file. So this is going to be my mod CSV. We're going to go over it in detail. Basically, this is where you're going to be able to disable or enable files. You're going to be able to disable or enable certain effects or certain things you want in your patch, so you don't have to code anything, basically. You have weapons options, which gives the PAP camo a full coverage. Basically, some weapons, like the ray gun, when you have a PAP camo on them, they only cover parts of the weapon. Basically, this weapons option file is going to make it that it covers all of the weapon. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be it for what the patch station is. Welcome back. Again, this is a quick disclaimer. I just want to show you guys that you cannot copy paste your mods. So let's say that you made one patch station over here, which is going to be your patch builder. Basically, if you copy paste it, this other folder that you're gonna make is never gonna work because they're all like serialized in a way. Basically, the mod CSV from one, which is what loads the files, is specific to this one. So let's say that you want to make a second one, this one right here. You have to go through mod tools, files, new mod, and let's say we call it Patch Station 2. Then it's gonna create Station 2 with its own unique files. So this one, let's say, paste them, copy paste only the folders, copy, paste it in the second one. Then we're also gonna have to copy paste text that's inside the mod. This is a little advanced for now, so we're not gonna talk about it too much. Before starting to use the mod tools, which is this one, to make your patches, I'm just gonna explain one thing. Basically, this mod tools always needs to have the admin rights to your computer, else it's not gonna come out right. You just go in your Black Ops folder and find this green logo, which is called launcher.exe. Right click, properties, and you go in the second section. Let's check. Is this one. I don't know why mine is unticked right now, but it's execute as admin. So just click it, okay, save, and basically every time you're gonna launch it, let's say I launch it, it's gonna, or every time it's gonna work. So now it's time to start building your own patch. Like I said before, we're gonna put the patch station on the right, which is in Call of Duty Patch Station. Pin it to the right of your window, and we're gonna put the download link on the patch station release. These two files we've already installed, so we've only add-ons remain. There's gonna be a couple stuff in here I'm gonna explain right now, and then show you guys how to install them individually. So for this patch, you can choose the color of your animated camos. Animated camos or not. If some, you have the option to blue, green, orange, pink, purple, red, white, yellow, and basically you're just gonna choose the one you want. Let's say orange, and this one. I'm gonna show you guys how to install. Okay? But basically, you can choose your color for animated camo. You can choose if you want first box or not. Basically, this is gonna give you the best weapons on the first 3 hits of the box, so you can get set up real fast. This is considered cheating, and any patches is cheating. So basically, if you want to play for fun and have the Thundergun in the first box every time, you can get this option, which this is gonna have a text file which says found at line 365. This is gonna be in the mod CSV. Some of them have options, some of them have types of files. We have the effects, which is everything that changes the color of the lights, the ray gun shots, the claymore lasers, the T-gun lights, all that stuff, and way more. I'm gonna order the options later. And you're gonna have the option to choose your color: blue, green, orange, pink, purple, red, white, yellow. So you just choose it, and you have game font color. Basically, if you want to have a font that is colored, you can have the English version or the Japanese version. Most of the times you're gonna have the English version, so usually you choose the English version. But if you downloaded the Japanese version of Black Ops 1 and your gaming is in Japanese, you should use this one. Again, you're gonna have options for colors. I'm gonna options font, the color of the font of the entire game. You have hit marker textures. Basically, you're gonna be able to hit markers in zombies. So if you want them, you enable them. If you don't want them, you can disable them. But the option is here. And then hit marker texture is if you custom colored hit marker. basically again for every color. We have Misties. Skip one right here. We have the Misties. Yeah. Gloves from BO2 Misty. You want to add custom gloves, they're going to be in here. We have the Misty texture with camos for new gloves. Files are going to be in here in case you need them. We have the option to enable or disable Mule Kick. Again, text file. I'm going to later. We have the original gloves and models. This is in case you, let's say, put Misties or custom gloves, then you want to put the old ones back. So this is only if you want to revert it back. You have the perk limit in case you want to disable the perk limit or enable it. You have the option to. That means that you can have more than four perks. Pretty much. We have the round text and HUD. Basically, this can change the color of your round text. Have a round text that is any color again. Basically, you're gonna have the option to have your round text. The round text and the HUD basically are in the same folder because they use the same file. So there's pretty much no way to separate them, but you have the option to choose. So you're gonna have with round text or without round text. Let's say text, then your timer or not. I'm gonna show you guys a quick clip on screen of what the HUD looks like. And I have a health bar, timer, and zombies remaining counter. So basically, if you want it, you can enable the HUD part. If you don't want it, you can disable it. If you want round text to be a certain color, you can choose it, or if you want to keep it default, you can choose specific gloves. Basically, specific gloves are if you want to have only certain gloves in your. So let's say that you really like Dempsey and you really like his gloves. You choose all them. All Nikolai, all Richthoff, and all Takio. Again, these are gonna continue else. Works with the patch. Basically, you can choose if you only want one character. I'm gonna show you guys later how to do it if you want, let's say, 2 out of the 4 characters. But for now, the all the ones that are pre-done are all Dempsey, all Nikolai, all Richthoff. Basically, we have transparent models. It's gonna enable transparent models. We have a couple ones that I made for you guys. So basically, transparent models are transparent. Basically, there's no basically, if you want to have transparent gloves, I made transparent dogs and transparent monkey bombs, which all look pretty cool, but again require a patch for you to have them. We also have transparent Misties if you want to have the Misty Gloves. And after this section, I'm gonna explain to you how to install each of the options that you want to make. So I'll be right back. Welcome back. Right now, I'm gonna show you guys how to basically add some of these features to your patch. Basically, a patch is only to add stuff on top of your existing game. So basically, we're gonna start with the color for animated camos, which is not gonna be in your patch station. Actually, it's gonna be in Black Ops main. Let's say right here, and basically you choose your color. Let's say that you want purple animated camos. You just take this file and you put it in here. Yeah, you should copy paste it so you don't lose this file over here. It's gonna be in here. Then your game is gonna have purple animated camos. This one is pretty simple, but I just want to show it to you guys. By the way, you can disable animated camos later, so you don't. It's not because that you put the purple animated camos that you can't remove them. This is gonna be to enable first box right here. Basically, you're just gonna open the file. It's gonna say file.length 365. We're gonna open mod CSV. Sorry. We open it. Over here, you're gonna need Notepad++. Just saying. So I'm gonna leave it in the description a download for Notepad++. Basically, it's the same Notepad from Windows, but with more options. On the left, you can check the line number. So basically we're gonna go to 365. 365, we're gonna see this file, which is zombie mode weapons.gsc. We have the enable first box, just as a title. Right now I'm gonna show you how to disable or enable anything in this patch. Basically, if you put 2 slashes like this, it's gonna disable it. So basically your patch is gonna be red from top to bottom. And if these files don't start with these 2 slashes right here, it's, if they don't have it, it's gonna be red. If they have it, I can't speak. If they have it, then it's not gonna be red. So basically, this one enables first box. If you don't have it, if you have it, it disables first box. Enable, disable, enable, disable. Basically, this is for every other options. But let's say that you want first box, you keep it with no slashes. If you want to disable it, you put 2 slashes. Then you save, then close it. For now, that's it. Right now, I'm going to show you guys how to put custom colored effects in your game. So basically, you're going to have a big folder right here that is called effects. You're going to choose the color you want. Let's say today we choose orange. Then you're gonna have this folder, which is effects. You're gonna copy this folder, not its content, this whole folder. You're gonna copy it in here, and this is gonna enable all the effects. But there's a couple other problems. I'm gonna explain it later, but you can't enable every effects. I'm gonna show you guys how to enable them, how to disable them, but not right now. So this is just to choose the color of the effects you want. Welcome back. Now I'm going to show you how to enable hit markers. Basically, we're just going to skip over the game font color and the hit marker texture because I'll show it later. So we're just going to show the hit markers right now. If you want the hit markers in zombies, you just open it. It's going to say found at line 351 to 361. Again, we're going to go into our patch station, find this file, the mod CSV, double click it. It's going to pop on screen. Then 351, look at the number on the left, 351, 351, hit markers. This is the title, and this is the files you need, right? So everything on the right is going to tell you what it does. So basically, this is not going to be red, the text on the right, only these one are the files. But this is just subtext I left so you guys know which map it is, what it does, and what every file is. Basically, first file is going to enable hit markers on Kino, on 5, on Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La. Basically, you can choose the maps you want. Right now, they're all disabled. They all have the 2 slashes I've talked to before. So if you want to enable one, let's say on Moon, you look at the Moon line, then again, remove only the 2 slashes. And then it should be fine. Let's say you don't want it on you want it on Verrucht, you can remove the 2 slashes. You want it on the Reese, remove the 2 slashes. That's it. You can choose every map you want. Basically, no slashes means hit markers are on. 2 slashes means the hit markers are off. Control S to save, and then just close it. Right now, I'm gonna show you how to install Misty Gloves from BO2. We're gonna skip over this one, Misty texture, because all the texture stuff is gonna be shown right after. Basically, this is what concerns the patch. So right now we're gonna go into Misties. Let's say you want Misties. We're gonna go to Misties. You see X models. We have an X model file. Just copy paste it. Do replace. I'm not gonna do it right now because I want to keep this version of it like normal. But if you want to have the Misties on, click replace, then poof, you have Misties on. Yeah. Right now I'm gonna show you how to enable or disable Mule Kick. Let's say that you don't want Mule Kick in your game, or you do want it. There's ways to enable it or disable it. Just open the folder. This text is gonna tell you found at line 616 or 623. I'm sorry. Then open again the mod.csv right here. Open it, make it full screen. Look at the numbers on the left for the line number. 616 is here. Mule Kick Fix. Enable or disable Mule Kick. Again, this is enabled by default because I think you guys are probably going to keep it for 90% of the time. But if you want to disable it, if you want to enable it, don't touch anything. If you want to disable it, you just add 2 lines in front of this whole section, right? 2 slashes in front of every line over here in this section. This is going to disable Mule Kick. Now you won't have Mule Kick in your game. Control S to save, close again. Welcome back. I'm gonna show you how to change the perk limits. Basically just open the perk limit file. It's gonna say found at line 370. Go on the right in your patch station, double click the mod CSV again, open it, make it full screen. Look at the number on the left for the line number. We said 370 right here. Enables no perk limit. So basically by default is going to be, I'll keep it disabled by default. So it's going to have 2 slashes. So this means you can only get 4 perks. If you want to have more than 4 perks, you just remove the 2 lines. So no 2, let's say like this, you have, you can have multiple perks. With this, you have the normal one. So with 2 slashes, normal, no slashes, more perks. Control S to save, close it, that's it. Right now I'm going to show you how you can change the round text color, and if you want a custom HUD with the health bar, zombies remaining, and timer. Basically they're in the same folder because they use the same file. So we just open the file. Let's see, you're going to have 2 options, with the round text color or without the round text color. So if you want with the round text color, click on this option. It's going to ask you which color you want. Let's say you want green this time. Then it's going to ask you with the timer or without the timer, which is the HUD. So basically, let's say you want without the timer, you're going to have this file, this zombie mode.gsc. This zombie mode.gsc goes into your patch station right here in the maps folder. Click on the maps folder. You're going to see it right here. You just copy it on the left, Control C, click on the right window, Control V, and replace. That's it. If you want, let's say, another option without the round text, it's going to ask you, do you want the timer? Then you choose this option, put this one in maps again. You just basically choose the color you want, then with or without timer. You're gonna have a new file, just put it in maps, and it's all done for you. You don't have to do anything, it's all done. If you want specific gloves, let's say that you really like Dempsey and you want Dempsey on all the games and you don't want to restart to have Dempsey. Let's say that you want Takio or any other guy, but only this gloves. This only affects the gloves. So basically you go in specific gloves with specific characters. You're gonna have the option to choose the character you want. Let's say today we go with Takio. You're gonna have a maps folder right here with a couple files in here. But basically you just take the maps folder and you just copy paste it here. Replace. I'm not gonna replace again because I don't want to destroy my file. But basically this is gonna enable Takio on all characters, on all maps. It's only gonna be Takio in your entire game. Is the same thing for any other characters. Let's say you want Nikolai, basically just take the maps folder and copy paste it in here. Basically now this is going to be how to enable it. So if you want transparent models for a certain type of stuff, you're going to go in here in transparent models. You're going to have the options to have the normal gloves, and basically all these are the gloves, the 5 first. This is zombie symbol monkey is going to be the monkey bums, and zombie wolf is going to be the dogs. These are the ones I made it for. You can always add more. I'll show you guys how to add more later. But for now, these are the ones that I pre-made in case you want these. There's also Misties if you want them. So basically, you just take the files that you want. You don't have to choose all of them. Let's say you want only these 5, only the gloves, which are the first 5s. You don't want the other 2, the monkey and the dogs. Let's say we copy it, Control C. Then we go over here in the patch station and X models, then paste it in here. Then replace, then that's it. You have transparent models for the gloves. Let's say you want Misties. You take these ones, copy, paste it in X models of the patch station, replace. Then you have custom Misties. We have transparent Misties, I'm sorry. If you want dogs, copy, paste it, put it in X model, paste it. This one didn't have one earlier, but basically it's just going to replace it. Right now, I'm going to show you everything that has to do with textures, which are not based on the patch, but they're options I put in, so it just flows better with the patch. So, but they're camos. So, first off, on the right folder, you're going to go into your Black Ops folder. We're going to go in main, go a little downwards, and you have these 2 folders that I told you to put in your main folder before. We're going to open any of them. It can be any. It's not a problem. Close the little window that opened. Go into the images folder. Okay, so we have game font color, right? Which changes the color of the font, the color of the text, basically, of the entire game. You choose your version, English or Japanese, which I made for. I didn't make the other versions, I'm sorry. But basically, let's say you choose English, you want orange text, click on here. You're going to see 2 files, the DDS, .dds, this one, and the .iwi. This one we need. You take this one, you put it in your archive that we just opened, which is this one right here, the animated camos, animated weapons, sorry. Put this one, now you have orange text in your game. Click OK. I don't want to change it right now because, again, it's going to fuck up my game, but just click OK. You're going to have orange text in the game. I'm going to show you the hit markers textures. If you chose that you wanted the hit marker in your game, if you wanted hit markers, over here in hit marker textures, you can choose the color of your hit markers. Let's say that we want red hit markers. Again, you just double click on it. You're going to have the image of the hit marker, which if you open, you can edit with your software. Sorry, it takes a long time to load. You can edit with your software if you want, but they're already made for you. So there's this one, which is the IWI. .iwi is the one that your game loads. So again, this one goes in here, click OK, and then you're gonna have red hit markers. We have the Misty textures, which basically, if you want to make custom gloves for your Misty, you just click on this one, zombie view arm farmer girl _C, the middle one. Basically, you edit this one, and this is going to be the camo of the new gloves you put in the Misty from BO2. So basically, that's only if you want to change it. Else is going to be this one, the default texture. We also have the original gloves, which I'm just going to show fast. Basically, this is not a texture. I'm just going to show it real fast. Again, if we go back to mods, patch station, let's say that you chose the options to have Misty gloves. You're just going to put them in X models, right? It's how I showed it to you before. But if you want to put it back, because now in your files they're all going to be Misties, right? So let's say you don't want to use Misties anymore, just go into original gloves and models, take all of these files and drag them back into X models. This is going to put all the original files back. Welcome back. Right now I'm going to show you guys how to install certain effects. Basically, because if you enable all of them, you're going to have errors. You cannot have all of them enabled. Basically, every map only allows 500 effects. And every map is different. Every map already has some effects loaded before you change them. So in some maps, you're going to be able to enable only 20. Some of the maps you're going to be able to enable 150 or something. So basically, I'm just going to show you guys how to enable them, disable them, and I'm going to show you guys the errors after. So basically, you went in here, as shown previously in the tutorial. You chose your color, and you put this file into your patch station, right? So right now, we're going to have all of these, but this is not how we're going to enable or disable them. You're going to open mod CSV, make it full screen, and now I'm going to show you how to disable them or enable them. Right now, from this line, the first line, to basically this line, 338, is going to be all the effects you can enable and disable them. They're all they're all the, I put text right next to them to tell you which one they are. So in case you want to enable them or disable them, again, I'll show you how. If you remember when I showed it to you, when you put 2 lines before the text, it disables the effects. If you have no lines, it enables the effects. So you have a couple of main ones, which go from the line 7 to 151, which are going to be found across pretty much all the maps. If you have after the line 151, there's going to be map dependent effects. So basically specific effects for Kino, Ascension, Moon, Shang, Call of the Dead, 5, Nacht, Reese, and basically for Varuk, I didn't find really any that isn't listed already. So we're gonna go up top. You're gonna look at the titles of every effects. This one is written Thundergun. You're gonna see on the right it says Thundergun Light 1, Light 2, Light 3. Let's say that you want a custom color for the Thundergun lights. You just disable all 3 of them for the 3 lights. That's it. You just remove the two slashes. If you want to disable it, you put 2 slashes. We have the zapper, the electric traps. This is gonna be the glow on the green light and the red light. Basically, just disable them, remove the 2 lines, or enable them. Put I'm sorry. 2 lines means it's disable. No lines means it's enable. So basically, if you want them, remove the 2 lines. If you don't want them, put 2 lines. We have the turret trap lights that you can enable right here. We have the muzzle flashes, which pistol muzzle flashes, rifle muzzle flashes, SMG muzzle flashes, and upgraded pistol muzzle flashes. Basically, this one's not right. Basically, these only tell you which one they are. You can disable them, or no, you can enable them or disable them. Enable, disable. We have the Novas, all their effects, the Nova Gas, the Nova Teleport Trail on Moon when they teleport, if you want to change it. We have the Zombie Eyes Glow that you can enable, disable. We have the Pack Punch Mist effect. When you pack a punch, there's going to be a mist coming out from the pack punch. Again, you can disable by removing the 2. You can. I get it so confused. I'm sorry. It's already disabled with the 2 lines. If you want to enable it, you put remove the 2 lines. We have the Claymore lasers right here. We have the Dog's Eyes Glow, the Dog's Ash Trail, the Dog's Breath. We have over here for the crossbow section. We have the Crossbow Light, which is the same thing as the Semtex. Crossbow Light green, Semtex again. Crossbow Light red, Crossbow Light red, Crossbow Trail. This is everything for the ray gun. If you want custom ray gun shots, I suggest to enable all of them. So you gotta remove all the 2 lines over here from all the effects. I don't suggest only choosing one and removing only one. If you want this section, I suggest removing all of the files in that section. We have the Power Up Glow. If you want to change the color of it, it's right here. Just remove the 2 lines or add the 2 lines. We have Box Light in the Box Light color when you purchase the mystery box. We have the Skylight color also. We have the perk glows, the perk machines, for every perk machines. They're right here. If you want to enable them for certain perk machines or disable them for certain perk machines, you can. Again, disabled is 2 lines, enabled is 1 line. We have the nukes, which is the nuke fire color. Again, I suggest if you wanted to remove the two lines for all of the files in this section. We have the Winter's Owl if you want to have custom Winter's Owl effects when you shoot the gun, the ice shatter, the ice crumple, the smoke, the blood trail, the ring. You can disable them or enable them. We have bouncing Betties, which is the Betty impact, the Betty trail, the Betty explosion. We have everything for the WAF. If you want custom WAF lights and all that, you can just enable them or disable by adding the 2 lines. Again, disabled is 2 lines, enabled is 0 lines. We have the map dependent effects. So everything's going to be listed off: box green light, box board, the red light, fire trap, dog lightning, projector beam. This is going to be found for every map. They're all listed off, so you can find them pretty easily. Again, just remove the 2 lines or add the 2 lines and it's going to enable them or disable them. Basically for every map, you can just go from top to bottom, enable what you want and disable what you want until the line 338. Then you save, Control S, close it, and then that's it. Okay, after this, when your patch is done, because basically you chose every option you wanted, the only thing that remains is to compile it. So you're gonna go into mod tools, make sure in this section your mod is selected, so we call it Patch Station for the tutorial. You're gonna click link fast file, then click build mod. This is gonna take a while, around a minute for the first time. Oh, like right now it's not the first time I did it today, but the first time you launch it is gonna take around 1 to 2 minutes. After that it's gonna take like 15 seconds like it just did. Basically when you see this purple text coming up, that means it's compiled. Even if you have errors, this is not too big of an issue. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's alright. It's just some files didn't get linked right, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. So when you see this purple text, that means it's compiled. That means you have your patch. So there's going to be a new file that appears in your patch station. It's called mod.ff. So this file is your patch file. So after this, I would suggest on the left side, you go into your Black Ops folder, go into the folder Zone, Common, then scroll all the way down. All right. Now you're going to need to rename this for a map. So basically, we're going to start from bottom to top. We have Zombie Theater Patch, which is Kino der Toten. We have Temple Patch right here, which is Shangri-La. By the way, every file has to end with _patch, because you're going to have the same version, let's say Zombie Temple, without the _patch. So you need the one with the _patch. We have Theater for Kino, Temple for Shangri-La, Pentagon for 5, Moon for Moon, Cosmodrome. Sorry, I actually removed it. It's going to look like this. Cosmodrome patch. This is the Ascension. Then we have Sump patch, which is Shinonuma. We have Prototype patch, which is Nocturne Toten. Factory patch, which is the Reese. We have Asylum patch, which is Verrucht. Coast patch, which is Color the Dead. So let's say you want it for Kino der Toten. We're gonna check this file, which is Zombie Theater Patch. We're gonna click on it, take the name, so rename it. We're gonna copy the name, go into this patch, the mod.ff. We're gonna change the name to this one. Then this file is gonna go in here. You do replace, and you can launch your game. So you open Kino der Toten, you load it. Now there's going to be 2 possible issues you get. Either it's going to not load or it's going to load. If it loads, that means you did everything correctly. If it doesn't load, that means you're gonna get an error. Right now, if you see the loading text, that means it works, so you should be fine. Right now, everything works fine. It launched with your custom text or everything that you put in. So if it loads, great. That means it works. That means your patch is done. It's gonna work every time, and you should be fine. But again, there's gonna be differences between the maps because, again, I'm gonna show it fast. I'm sorry. We're gonna load it back up. There's gonna be a program you're gonna have to install, which I'm gonna link. Of course, I get this error. If you get this error, just wait it out. It's gonna take 30 seconds. There's gonna be a program you have to download, which is called Greyhound. You're gonna download this program. Basically, it's gonna look like this. What I suggest is to click on settings, go into in-game settings, load XFX from the game. Click on that. You're gonna get to model settings. I would suggest not just changing that, to be honest. Probably normal, or you can just copy the settings I have. We're just gonna load it back up. Another totem, let it load. Now you want to open your Greyhound and click load game. You're gonna see there's gonna be a number right here. This is the number of effects you have loaded, right? So right now you have to load the entire game fully. Also, you can, but it might just crash on you. So load the game fully, click on it. We have 429. That means that we're 71 away from 500. That means we can enable 71 effects on Kino. Every map is gonna have a different number here, but basically, you just take this number, take 500 and subtract the number right here, and this is the number of individual effects you can enable. So right now we already have some installed, so this is not like the base number for Kino, but basically, let's say we have 529 right now. We have 71 open spots. We can go back into our mod CSV, and basically we can enable 71 other effects. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, sorry. 9, 10. Let's do 10 for now. Control S, save. Then when we load it in, we had 429 before. Now we just added 10. So it should be 439. Right? Open Greyhound again. Wait till it loads. Launch the game. Wait till the crosshair disappears. Click on this. 429. Okay, maybe I fucked up. Not gonna lie. Anyway. I didn't expect that, but it's alright. So anyway, what I mean is just don't try to go above 500. If you go above 500, you're gonna get an error. So basically, if you have the 500 error, so your game's not gonna launch first off, and it's gonna say exceeded effects limit amount of 500. Basically, you just go back in here, and you're gonna have to disable some of them. So add 2 lines between. Let's save it, close it, go back in mod tools. That's why, because I didn't compile it again. So basically, you build the mod again, close it, take the name from this one, change it to the mod.ff, put the patch back in. Now it should work. I think I forgot just to put it back in the game. Every time you change something in that file, you need to compile it. So basically, we had 429. Now we had 439 with my new edits. Then we removed 3, so now we should have 436. That's why it's gonna work right now. Open Greyhound. We're at 435. Maybe I miscalculated something, but Anyway, we're getting there. You know what I'm saying. Basically, you need to be under 500. So if you have over 500 effects, you just need to disable them. Change it to mod CSV. Again, disable, enabled. Save it, compile it. It's gonna make a new file right here. It's gonna pop up. This one, and this is the new file. Every time you have to convert it back. So this is how to choose which effects you want. Basically, you can add as many as you want as long as you don't go over 500. If you go over 500, it's gonna crash. But also you have to do it for every single map, because, well, you don't have to do it for every single map. But basically, let's say that we make one for Kino, which is theater, right? You can copy paste this one inside your mod folder. And then let's say we take tempo patch, copy the name, paste it. Pentagon patch, let's say, copy the name, paste it. Moon patch, you know what I'm saying. Let's say we make it for all maps, for 5 maps right now. All right. Some maps are gonna work, some maps are not gonna work. So if let's say that, let's say we try some map, Shangri-La. The patch worked on Kino, right? But now you launch Shangri-La, and then poof, you get an error. Alright, now it's gonna work because I don't have too many effects installed. But let's say it worked on Kino, but it doesn't work on Shang. You're gonna have to basically make specific patch for every map. So what I suggest, can you please load? Okay, what I suggest, let's say that you made your patch and you build it, then your mod.ff is gonna show up. Make it for Kino, right? It works on Kino, put it in. Say you want to make it for Shangri-La, you use the same patch, make another one. Shangri-La. It's gonna pop up again. Change the name, put it in the game. But now let's say this one works on theater, but it doesn't work on Shangri-La. So if it doesn't work on Shangri-La, you need to go back in and remove some stuff, because basically you have too many. So we're gonna remove. We add 2 lines before the files. So save it, then try it again, try it again, try it again until it loads. When you load it, that means you're at 500 effects exactly. If you're over, it's gonna crash. All right. So basically, this is how to enable every effects you want, but you gotta be careful that it doesn't go over 500. That's the only thing. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask in my Discord. I know this might not be the clearest tutorial ever, but this is the best I can explain it. Okay, so right now I'm going to talk to you about another possible error you're going to get while making your patch. Especially, I mean, only if you're using animated camos. So basically, I didn't really show how to you enable or disable animated camos because they're all enabled by default. But if you want to disable animated camos, basically you open your mod.csv. You're going to go to this section right here, which is called Animated Camos and Transparent Camos, which is line 626. These are all the weapons that you have. These are only for animated camos. They're all listed on the right here, so you know which one is which. Again, if you want to disable some animated camos, you press 2/. If you want to enable them, you remove the slashes. But basically, you're gonna have an error on 2 maps, which I'm pretty sure is 5 and Call of the Dead. So let's say that right now we're up to this point. We made our patch. We make one for Pentagon patch, which is 5. And we click mod.ff, put the patch in, and load the game. Basically, there's some maps that have a restriction for image. So if you try to load in a map and it says cannot exceed the 3,200 image limit or something. Basically that's what it means. You need to disable some of the animated camos because these maps, they don't want to load it in for some reason. You don't need to disable all of them, but some of them until it works. So I expect to get the error right now, or it might just work, I don't know. Yeah, exceeded limit of 3,200 image assets. So if you get this error, close out your game. Go into mod.csv. Basically, you're gonna have to disable some animated camos. So you go to line 626, like we said before. Basically, try to disable the weapons you don't really want. So they're all listed right here. Let's say that you don't really care for the Olympia. So let's just add 2 slashes here. Let's say we don't care for the MP5, 2 slashes here. The stakeout, 2 slashes here. PM63, 2 slashes here. You know, the WAF. Especially you can disable the ones that are not on this map, like the Thompson, the WAF, and all that. Then you do Control S, save it. That doesn't mean it's gonna work right away, but you copy paste the name again to your mod FF. Copy paste it, put the patch in the game in zone.com, and again, put it. So either right now it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. You might get the same error. If you still get the same error, that means that you still have too many animated camos. If you don't get it, now it works. That's it. Let's just see if it loads in. No, it still doesn't work. So if it still doesn't work, you need to disable more. Go to mod.csv. Again, 626. Disable a couple more again until it works. Eventually it's gonna load. If you get this error, that's what it means. So basically you just add 2 slashes in front of the weapons, disable a couple more, save it. Don't forget to go back in here, build your mod, take the name of the patches, put it in. Try loading it again. Again, it might not work again. You might have to disable it even more. That's pretty much only for Call of the Dead and 5, but we'll see. Eventually, if you disable enough of them, it's gonna work. Again, now you still have to disable more of them. You need to disable as many as the game allows. So eventually it's gonna load. Eventually. But basically this is the animated camos error. So on Call of the Dead and 5, you can't have all of them enabled. So you're gonna have to go back every time and disable some of them until it works. So yeah. Alright, so right now we're gonna talk about how to put attachments on your gun and how to remove them if you don't want them. So, and also the possible errors. So if you want attachments on your gun, you're gonna open your mod.csv again. You're gonna go to the line, 709. Alright, so attachments for your gun. I put all the files in here, 709 till 799 are all the gun files, but some of them have suppressors, some of them I didn't make. So basically all the main ones that are up to this point pretty much are all done. The rest is just if you want to add more. Again, I'll show you how to edit the weapon files later, but for now, if you want to enable the ones I've made, you just remove the 2 lines and basically it's gonna enable them. But again, if you enable too many of them, let's say that we enable all of them, we remove the slashes from all of them. Let's say, wait. Let's say we remove the slashes from all of them, right? And we load all these weapon files. Okay, let's just save. Let's try theater, Kino. We click build mod. Don't forget, every time you have to build the mod, it's gonna pop up with a mod.ff in your patch station. It doesn't want to load. Let's give it time. You gotta have the purple text that shows up again. I want to take it. It's time. Purple text shows up. The file is gonna show up. Rename it. Put it in your zone common again. Just open it. Right now, what it's gonna try to do is tell you that you have too many weapons enabled. So you're gonna have to disable some of them, like the other, like the same thing then for the images error. It's gonna say exceeded limit of 128 weapons asset. So basically that means you enabled too many weapons for the game to load. So again, to fix this, go back into mod CSV, open up full screen, go back to the line we said, which is this one, 709. Then you're gonna have to start disabling some of them. You can disable one and try to recompile it, try it again, see if it works. Or you can go like 2x2, 3x3 until it works. Eventually it's gonna work. So if you have this error, you just gotta disable the weapon files one by one, because unfortunately you can't have attachments on every weapon because the game just doesn't let you. So if you want to have at least attachments on the weapons you want, you can disable a couple of them and 99% of the time it's going to work. But if you've enabled multiple of them or too many of them, you can just add the 2 slashes back and save it, go back, build the mod, and then take the name, take the mod.ff, and put it in here and try it again. Alright. Since we're talking about the weapons, I'm gonna do a quick section on the Thundergun patch. Basically, the patches that Treyarch have released are the patches that we're editing, right? So everything that got changed since Zombies launched is gonna be lost, like Mule Kick. That's why we have the option to enable it or disable it. But also, if you play Kino der Toten, you're gonna see that your T-gun, when you shoot, you're gonna be able to reload it, right? So, which is a problem because this is not allowed. Usually, you need to shoot the 2 shots before reloading. So it's this one. You're gonna come here to 749, right here, and this one always needs to be on. I'm just gonna make a separation here. This one, 749, you can disable all the ones you want. You can disable all the ones you want. But these ones, Thundergun needs to stay on. Thundergun leave on. So never put 2 slashes in front of the Thundergun. And this one also at 794. You don't put slashes in front, because this is going to put the original version of the Thundergun where you can reload. But if that's what you want, you can put 2 slashes and you're going to be able to reload your Thundergun. Then again, save, close out, build mod, take the name of your patch, wait for the file to show up, change it, put it in. By the way, if you get any other errors that I haven't showed you, you guys can always link it in my Discord. So basically, there's going to be my Discord in the description. We're going to open it here and basically just go into the help section, and you're going to be able to post your issues here in the right section, and I'm going to help you out. So for now, this is everything that my patch station offers. So basically, again, I'm just going to go recap the options that you have to enable or not. Again, you can choose the color of your animated camos, if you want first box or not, the effects, if you want specific effects. We have the game font color, the Hitmarkers textures, Hitmarkers if you want them, the Misty textures, the Misties if you want to enable them, Mule Kick, we have a backup for the original gloves, the perk limit, the round text and the HUD, the specific gloves, and if you want transparent models. So basically this is all the options you have for my patch. Right now everything that you need to know is done. So again, you just click build a mod and it's going to create you a patch. This is going to be your final patch. Rename this one to the map you want in zone common over here, and basically just rename it. Rename your mod ff, put it in, and then that's everything you need to know. So basically this concludes what you can do with my patch station.